Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give a guide for the floor B31 in the Brawl Singularity Tower. A-Rejector is weak to wind and you can use either physical or magic team for this boss, either because A-Rejector will buff his both defenses up to 5 stacks, meaning that if you bring a mixed team you need a lot more EB to just nullify those buffs. And there can be a sigil phase, so just in case you might want to bring a circle sigil, but A-Rejector hits quite hard, so I would recommend boosting your magic defense with MDEF weapons and MDEF for allies guild weapons, as well as bring something to debuff A-Rejector's magic attack and buff your own defense as well. And if you can, ideally you also want to bring a weapon or materia to debuff wind resistance. And since A-Rejector will buff its defenses, you also need to bring materia or weapon to nullify those buffs and ideally debuff further, so that you don't lose the DPS, because this battle is a DPS race. A-Rejector will inflict you with a doom status, so if you get hit then you'll have a timer on the screen and you will need to defeat the boss before that timer reaches 0. As I mentioned, you can go either physical or magic wind for this boss, and both will be perfectly viable, and Tifa, Yuffie, Sephiroth or Zack will be great for physical teams, especially if you have Kamura to buff physical attack and magic defense. And for magic teams we have Aerith, Yuffie or Cloud, and Nagi is much better as support, and that's why I'm not mentioning him, as Canyon Collar is a support DPS weapon at best, but not really viable for actual DPS. And Aerith is incredibly versatile here, as she could be your magic wind DPS or support or both. And if you have Nagi's pilot collar at OB6, he could heal and buff magic defense at the same time. But this new Cloud and Nagi, those banner weapons, they would be amazing for this battle if you pulled on that banner. But overall we have many options how to build our team, and you could use the same 3 characters just with different weapons and it will still work very well. But this is my team and I'm using Aerith and Nagi as support. Aerith is debuffing defenses and healing, and Nagi is defensive support debuffing attack and buffing magic defense, and Cloud is my DPS. And I tried to lower my stats, especially for Cloud, to not kill too quickly, but there is not too much wiggle room as the battle is a DPS race. Nagi has Canyon outfit with Stardust Ray to nullify attack buffs, Junk Collar to debuff magic attack, Sleek Collar to buff magic defense, ultimate weapon, and this free regen can be very helpful in the battle. Wind materia, wind breach and circle sigil, and in sub-equipment slots Nagi has 2 guild weapons with magic defense for allies and Terra Rod for HP. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Crimson Staff to buff magic attack and debuff magic defense, Flora 1 to debuff wind resistance, ultimate weapon, Cura in all cure slots, another Cura for single target heals just in case, and this one is just a stat stick, or you could equip a circle sigil. And in sub-equipment slots Aerith has Bahamut Glove for HP and magic defense, Shark Slayer and Centipede to boost her heal stat a bit. Cloud has Wind Arcanum outfit with Climb Hazard, Holiday Blade for DPS and Buster just for stats, Ultimate Buster and 2 defensive stat sticks and a circle sigil. And in sub-equipment slots Cloud has Gargantuan Monolith for HP and magic defense and Sun Umbrella just to max out Cloud's magic attack. Alright, if you want you can use some actions here, but it doesn't matter. This Doom attack, it will not hurt us. All it does is apply the Doom status, so the timer, on all characters. But here you can choose if you want to either debuff wind resistance first or buff magic attack and debuff magic defense, but I also recommend debuff magic attack as soon as you can and buff your defenses. because a little bit surprisingly, but A-Rejector attacks, they hurt quite a lot. But here, I recommend switch to defense, because AEB to heal is quite limited, so you want to take as little damage as you can. Because after this series of attacks, A-Rejector will charge an attack, so you want to be as close to full HP as possible. But also pay attention, because sometimes he debuffs magic defense. So alright. And guard barrier, that's fine, just do the same thing, start debuffing it, although when it's debuffed, when he buffs it, it won't be at max, so that's fine. But invoke curse, make sure that the magic attack is debuffed and your magic defense is buffed. Make sure that both those statuses are active. Alright. And of course switch to defense if you want to survive those charge attacks. Here, I'm just going to use Breath of the Earth. That also saves you AEB, because it not only heals you, it also removes that attack debuff. But also I have to apply the wind resistance debuff again, but on those quaggas, switch to defense. Those hit really hard. And also, you could use Stardust Ray, but I'm just sitting on it because it doesn't do really any damage, but I keep it just in case ready if the boss buffs his magic attack, so I don't have to spend too much AEB on it. Alright. Another guard barrier. He will do it quite often in a battle, so just make sure that you have a weapon that ideally can debuff at least with mid potency per cast, but also flare. That's why I want to sit on Naki's limit break, so I don't have to spend too much AEB on debuffing that buff. So it's just one magic attack debuff, and then I can have AEB to still buff magic defense. And we should be fine here. Flare does a lot of damage, so just make sure that you can survive that. And that's another invoke curse. It's fine. But I'm going to use Naki's ultimate here to help healing, because that region is actually very nice. Alright, just to spend some AEB here and there. And we should be fine, I'm pretty sure. It depends on your stats, on your magic defense stats, and the buffs and debuffs. So as you can see, it does quite a lot of damage, but you can survive it. But yeah, you definitely need to have some higher magic defense and buffs for this battle. Alright, another Quagga. That's fine, we're still good. And just one or two attacks. One, I think, yeah. So yeah, the Brawl Tower is Brawl. It's floor B31, so yeah, you need some higher DPS and the weapons, the stats to meet those requirements, but it's honestly, I hope so, it's not too hard. And yes, my setup is maybe not very conventional, but it's the best I could come up with for the team synergy, as I don't have camera which would benefit Sephiroth, at least for me, or Thief or any other physical wind DPS, but yeah, that's the best I could come up with. So I hope you found my guide helpful. Good luck on your own run, and in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.